Today we will discuss about democracy. So today we will discuss that what is democracy, what is the meaning of democracy, what is the definition of democracy, what are the chief characteristics or features of democracy, what are the merits of democracy, what are the demerits of democracy, what are the things which are very much essential and necessary for the success of democracy. And at last we will discuss about what are the major challenges or obstacles which are there for the reason behind unsuccessful of democracy. Okay, so now let's start our class. So first we will discuss about what? First we will discuss about democracy. Okay. Democracy. So democracy, it is such a form of ruling system which it is in the present world. It is a popular form of government, and most of the states they have adopted this system of ruling system democracy in their own country. And day by day, increasingly, the reputation, the beneficial things of democracy is increasing day by day, that most people of the world they are in favor of democratic system and not in favor of other type of ruling system. So in order to run a country there is the need of ruling system, because without ruling system we cannot operate the administrative system and other things of the country. In order to run the country or govern the country in a smooth manner, we need what? We need a ruling system. So there are many types of ruling system are there in our world. Just like monarchy. In monarchy what happens? In monarchy there will be a king, and king rules over the country. In dictatorship what happens? In dictatorship there will be a autocratic ruler, and the autocratic ruler will rule over the country. So like that, a democracy, it is what? It is also a ruling system. Okay. It is what? It is a ruling system. Okay. And in this ruling system what happened? In this ruling system people they rule over the country. It is the people they themselves rule the country. The country is not ruled by any king or not any class of people, not any particular class of people, or not by any company or other institutions, but by the people, whole of the people of the country. Okay, so it is what? It is a ruling system. So now we have known that a democracy is what? Democracy is, it is a ruling system. So now we will discuss what? Now we will discuss about the meaning and definitions of democracy, because without knowing the meaning and definitions of democracy we cannot understand clearly what is democracy. Okay, so let's start with the meaning and definitions of democracy. Okay, the meaning of democracy. Okay, what is the meaning of democracy? So what is the meaning of democracy? Democracy, it is a ruling system. It is a ruling concept, ruling process. Okay, and in this ruling system what happened? People they rule. Okay, so it is what? It is the rule of the people. Rule of the people. Because in this ruling system, okay, it is a ruling system, and in this ruling system who rule? It is the people. People they rule over the country. People they rule over their state. People they rule over themselves, and the people they run the country or govern the country or administer the country. Okay, that's why it is called what? That's why it is called democracy. Because in this democracy what happens? People they administer, they govern, they run the country. Okay, the people they do everything about the country. They make the rules, regulations of the country. They form the government and they run the country. Okay, yes. So the term democracy, okay, it has originated in Greece. Okay, in which country? Greece. So in Greece, democracy was originated in 5th century BC, during the time of Pericles, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. So in that time in Greece there were small city states, and in that city states democracy was there. So the term democracy has been derived from the Greek word. Okay, from which word? Greek. Greek word demos. Okay, demos and kratos. So this term democracy has been derived from two Greek words. Okay, first is demos and another is kratos. So what is the meaning of demos? Demos means people. Okay, what? People. And kratos means what? Kratos means power. Okay, so from this also we can know that democracy means what? Democracy means power of the peoples or people's power. Okay, what it is? People's power or power of the people. Okay, so you see here that democracy was originated in Greece, and it has came from the Greek word demos and krasia. Demos means people, kratos means power. So in simple manner or in easier way, we may explain that democracy means what? Democracy means people's power or power of the people. So it is the power of the people, and in this process this is the people who rule over the state, rule over the country. Okay, so this is the general meaning of democracy. So democracy means what? Democracy means it is a ruling system where peoples rule. Okay, the ultimate power remains in the hands of the people. People, they make the law, peoples, they form the government, peoples, they do everything in the government. Okay, yes. So after meaning, now we will discuss about definitions of democracy. Okay. Definition of democracy. Definition of democracy. So many political scientists are there who have said the meaning of democracy in their own way, from their own wisdom. So one by one we will discuss all the definitions provided by all the political scientists. Okay, so now we will discuss some important one. So first definition, the most important definition was said by Abraham Lincoln. Okay. So Abraham Lincoln, he is the former president of America. So Abraham Lincoln said that democracy, it is a form of government. Okay, it is the form of government. And it is which type of form of government? It is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, it is a form of government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, so Abraham Lincoln, he very clearly in an easy manner, he said what? He said that democracy is nothing but it is a government, it is a form of government, and in this government it is the government of whom? It is the government of the people. Okay, this government belongs to whom? This government belongs to people. This government is of the people. Okay, so the people, it is the government of people. Then by the people means what? The government is run by whom? The government is ruled by the people. It is the people who manage the government, who function the government, who run the government. Okay, that's why it is by the people. And it is also the for the people. Means this government is for whom? This government is for the people, not for any other one. But this government is only for the people. Only for the sake of benefit of the people, this government has been formulated or made. Okay. So after Abraham Lincoln, we will discuss about Silly. Okay, Silly. So like Abraham Lincoln, Silly, he was also a great political scientist. Silly said what? Silly said that democracy is a form of government. Okay, in which everyone has a share. Okay, in which everyone has a share. So Silly said what? Silly said that democracy, it is also a form of government. And in this government, what happened? In this government, all the people of the state, all the people of the nation has power, has share. All the people, they take part in the government. All the people, they participate in the government. So all the people, they have their share on the government. Okay, this is said by whom? This is said by Silly. Means all the people, they participate in the ruling process, in the governing process, in the administrative process, and in everything of the government. Okay, after Silly, we will discuss about A.V. Dicey. Okay, so A.V. Dicey, he is also a political scientist. So A.V. Dicey said what about democracy? A.V. Dicey said that a democracy, it is a form of government. Okay, in which the governing body is the comparatively larger fraction of the community of the nation. Okay, so A.V. Dicey said what? A.V. Dicey, he clearly said that democracy, it is a form of government. And in this form of government, the governing body who govern the state, who run the state, who makes rules, regulations for the state. Okay, so who govern the state? The governing body means the government. So government is what? The governing body, it is the larger fraction of the community of the nations. Okay, so the government is made by majority of the people. Okay, so here A.V. Dicey wants to say that the governing body or the government, it is what? It is the form of majority part of the people. Majority part of the people form the government, and that government is called democracy. Okay, so after A.V. Dicey, we will discuss about Lord Rice. Okay, Lord Rice. So Lord Rice, he is also another great political scientist. So Lord Rice said what about democracy? Lord Rice said that democracy, okay, it is a form of government in which the ruling power, okay, the ruling power, in which the ruling power of the state ruling power of the state is vested legally not in the hands of any particular section of people. Okay, vested legally not in the hands of particular section or classes, but vested legally. Okay, but vested in the hands of mass of the population. Okay, vested in the whole population. So here Lord Rice says that democracy, it is a form of government. Okay, and in this form of government, the ruling power remains in the hands of not in any particular class. Means here Lord Rice wants to say that the ruling power of the state remains not in any community, not in any particular community, not in any particular people, not in any group of peoples, but the ruling power remains in the hands of whole of the people. The whole people, the entire people of the nations, they enjoys the ruling power. The ruling power remains in the hands of all of the people. All of the people, they enjoy or they exercise the ruling power in the state, and that is what, that is democracy. Okay. So after Lord Rice, we will discuss about Gettel. Okay, Gettel. So Gettel said what? Gettel said that democracy is a form of government. It is a form of government okay, it is a form of government in which mass of the people, they enjoy or exercise the sovereign power, or the sovereign power is exercised by whom? By mass of the people. Okay, so here Gettel said what? Gettel said that the sovereign power is exercised by a whole of the people. So what is sovereign power? Sovereign power means the supreme power of the state. Okay, the supreme power, both internally and externally. Internally supreme means internally within the state is all in all. The state has the power to do anything or make anything. Okay, that is internally supreme. The state is totally free to do anything. And what is external sovereign? External sovereignty means the state has the total freedom to mix any type of foreign relationship with other countries, foreign countries. Okay, so here the supreme power, it remains in the hands of whom? In the hands of mass of the people, means whole of the people. The whole people, the entire people of the state, they enjoy the supreme power. Okay, this is said by Gettel. So now we will discuss about development of democracy. Okay, development of democracy. Development of democracy. So democracy was developed in the 5th century BC. Okay, 5th century BC. In where? In which place? In Greece. So in Greece, in the ancient time, there were small city states, and in that city states democracy was there. Okay, during the time of Socrates, Pericles, Plato, Aristotle. Okay, on that time democracy was evolved, originated in Greece, in small city states. So after that, in the medieval period, democracy was not that much successful, because in the medieval period there was the supremacy of monarchy and autocracy. But after glorious revolution, okay, glorious revolution, okay, glorious revolution of England. So in glorious revolution in England, people, they kicked the king, beheaded the king, and they established parliamentary form of government. Okay, parliamentary form of government. Okay, so for the first time, parliamentary form of government was established in England through glorious revolutions. After glorious revolutions, there was French revolutions and American freedom struggle. Okay, American War of Independence. And French Revolution. So okay, so in American War of Independence and after French Revolutions, democracy was again developed a lot. You know that liberty, equality, and fraternity. This was the concept of French Revolution. So from here, democracy again moved ahead. Okay, and there was a glorious development in the field of democracy. And after this, all these revolutions, there was the end of colonialism and imperialism. And after First World War and Second World War, so many countries they got freedom. Just like India, okay, most of the countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America they got freedom. And there was globalization, liberalizations, privatizations all over the world. So all these things, okay, after the end of First World War, Second World War, and the freedom got by the Latin American countries, Asian countries, African countries, and due to globalizations, liberalizations, and privatizations, now democracy has, okay, further developed a lot, and now in most of the country we will find a democracy. You see that in our country India also we will find what? We will find democracy. So like India, in other countries also, just like America, Britain, Japan, Australia, and so many other countries also, we will see what? We will find democracy. So now democracy is the most popular form of government, and most of the country of the world they have adopted this system of government. Okay, so this is all about the development of democracy. So now we will discuss about types of democracy. Okay, types of democracy. So democracy is of two types. First is direct democracy, and second one is indirect democracy. Okay, direct democracy and indirect democracy. So direct democracy is also known as pure government or pure form of democracy. And indirect democracy is known as representative form of democracy. Okay, representative democracy. So now we'll discuss what is direct democracy and what is indirect democracy. So what is direct democracy? Direct democracy means the democracy where directly people they participate in the government. Directly all the people they take part in the rule making process, in the governing process, in the administrative process, in policy making process, and in everything. Okay, all the people directly they participate in direct democracy. This is what, this is your direct or pure democracy. That's why this is called what, this, that's why this is called as pure democracy, because there was the active involvement of all the people in the country. Okay, and what is indirect democracy? Indirect democracy means here, due to more populations, people they did not participate directly in the government, and they do what, they elect their representative through election. Okay, through casting their vote, they do what, they elect their representative, and the elected representative they form the government, and they makes rules regulations for the country, they run the state, they govern the state on behalf of the people. Okay, so here also the ultimate power remains in the hands of people, and here also the ultimate power remains in the hands of people. But the difference is that, okay, here people directly they participate in the government, directly they make rules regulations for the country, directly they govern the country, they do everything about the state. But here people indirectly they do everything, means here the representative, the elected representative on behalf of the people, the representative they do everything, not the people. Okay, so here directly people they participate, and here indirectly people participate. So direct democracy, okay, it was previously in the ancient time. Okay, in ancient time there were small city states, and in those city states direct democracy were there, just like in Greece and in Rome. Okay, in ancient Greece and in ancient Rome there were small city states, and in those city states direct democracy was there. People directly they were gathering in a particular place, and directly they were doing everything. Okay, so in ancient Greece, and Rome, direct democracy was there. And in ancient Greece and Rome, okay, there were small city states, and there were people directly involving in the lawmaking process. But you see, now what happened now, due to increasing number of population, now you see that in every country, in every state, the population has increased a lot. You see that now in our country also there is the population of more than 140 crore. And now not only population has increased, but also territory has also increased. Now we'll see big country. Okay, not small city states like ancient time, but now we'll see big states. And in those big states, all the people are not able to gather in a particular place. This is a very difficult task. And due to more number of population, the technical difficulties in administrations has also arisen. That's why, due to solve all these problems, now people they have preferred indirect democracy instead of direct democracy, because due to more number of population and wide area of territory and technical difficulty, direct democracy is not possible. That's why people now presently they have preferred indirect democracy. And through indirect democracy nowadays, people through elections they are electing their representative, just like in our country India. In every 5 years, people of India they are electing MP and MLA, and all those elected MP and MLA they are forming the government, and they are making rules regulations for the country, and they are running the state. Okay, so indirect democracy now we'll see in most of the country, just like in India. Okay, in India we'll find indirect democracy. In America, okay, in England, Japan, and other countries. Okay, we will see what? We will see indirect democracy. Okay, so this is the difference of direct democracy and indirect democracy, as well as the meaning of direct democracy and indirect democracy. Okay, so now we'll discuss some devices of direct democracy. Okay, some devices of direct democracy. Okay, devices. So devices means what? Devices means what are the important things which are there in direct democracy, or on the basis of which direct democracy functions or run. Those things are known as your devices. So in direct democracy, okay, we'll see some important devices. Those devices are first referendum. Okay, then initiative. Then recall. Okay, then plebiscite. Okay, so these are the devices of direct democracy. So now we'll discuss one by one. What is a referendum? Referendum means in a direct democracy, okay, there are legislatures, and first of all the legislature, they make some rules, regulations for the state in direct democracy, and the rules, regulations made by legislatures are now sent near the people, and the people, if they will in favor of that law or rules or regulations made by the legislature, then only that rules, regulations will be carried out or regulated in the state. Okay, suppose there is a law, and that law, okay, was made by or passed by or created by the legislature. So in order to function that law, after that law will now go near or send to people. Now people through their vote, okay, they will decide that whether the law made by the legislature will be passed and that will be regulated or not in their country. Okay, this is a referendum. So now, okay, referendum means here the rules or law made by the legislature is referred to the people. Okay, and the people, they decides the future of that bill. After a referendum, now initiative. What is initiative? Initiative means here it is just the opposite of referendum. In initiative, what happens? In initiative, people, okay, the people first, they propose a rules, regulations. The people first prepare a bill or prepare a rules, regulations for the country, or they want to amend any part of the constitution. They then first the people, okay, they take initiative. That means the first people in direct democracy, they propose any rules, regulations. Okay, first the proposal is comes from the people, and when the people, they pass the proposal by a majority of votes, after that proposal or that bill or that rules, regulations goes near legislature, sent to legislature, and if the legislature will again pass that proposal or rules or bills, okay, made by the people, after that rules, regulations will be carried out or regulated in the country. Okay, this is initiative. Then now recall. What is recall? So recall, it is also another device of direct democracy. Recall means what? Recall means in direct democracy, if the representative, the elected representative, if they will not function their work properly, or if they will involve in any corruptions, or if they will violate the rules, regulations, or if they will not able to fulfill the needs, demands of the people, then what happened? Then people in direct democracy, they bring back, okay, call back or bring back their representative, and in place of that representative, they will elect another representative. Okay, so that is what? That is your recall. Then last is plebiscite. What is plebiscite? Plebiscite means public opinion. So in direct democracy, many times what happened, in a particular issue or for a particular rules, regulations, there will be voting system. to know that whether that rules regulations is appropriate or not. Okay, and in the public opinion, in the public voting, okay, in the plebiscite means in the public voting, if majority of people they will in favor of that issue or in favor of that rule regulations, then what happened, that that proposals will be treated appropriate. Or if the people they will not in favor of that issue, or if they are not in favor of that rules regulation, then that rules regulations will be treated as inappropriate and that will not be carried out or regulated in the country. That is what, that is your plebiscite. So this is all about today class. In the next class we will discuss about features of democracy and other parts of democracy. Thank you.